DocTalk is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. By integrating the comprehensive animal health product portfolio of Merck Animal Health with the innovative technologies of All-Flex Livestock Intelligence, we are shaping the future of animal health, resulting in more effective solutions and healthier animals.
Hey folks, welcome to DocTalk. I'm Dr. Dan Thomson, and today we're going to have a show talking about confinement cow-calf operations. It's something that we're seeing more and more pop up in the Midwest, in Missouri, and Iowa, and eastern Nebraska, and South Dakota, Minnesota, beef on dairy, or whether it's just straight beef, we're seeing more and more confinement cow-calf operations.
At Merck Animal Health, we wake up each day seeking new innovations to keep your herd healthy. This is why we're proud to now include All-Flex Livestock Intelligence in our portfolio of solutions. With All-Flex, we can provide the tools to identify, monitor, and trace each animal within a herd. Its state-of-the-art offerings deliver real-time insights to help you optimize productivity. Merck Animal Health and All-Flex Livestock Intelligence for our animals, our industry, and our future.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Profusion Drench for beef cattle, a no prescription, no needle supplement. To learn more, go to zenpro.com.
Hey folks, welcome to DocTalk. I'm Dr. Dan Thomson, and I'm a veterinarian with Production Animal Consultation, and I'm also a faculty member here at Iowa State University in the Department of Animal Science. And today we're going to talk about confinement cow-calf operations, and it's something that we're dealing more with. We're seeing them more. We're going to talk about setting some of the definitions for some of the different operations. We're going to talk about building types. We're going to talk about production facilities and some of the common health things that we see with these operations. Some of the, when you're going to consider a confinement cow-calf operation, the first reason why we do it is because we have no pasture or reduced pasture. And when I see people that lose leases or they lose half of their ability, their ground, and they don't want to give up cows or the numbers of cows or the things that they want to do, then they're looking for alternatives, and bringing some of those cows inside is an opportunity. Another reason why they might do it is because they want to manage the body condition scores of their cows more consistently, and so to lead to better conception rates. And when we see some of the new things with embryo transfer and handling recip cows in ET, some of the confinement operations allow you to maintain the body condition because we can provide consistent management through nutrition, through seeing those cows every day, providing a total mixed ration that we can adjust the caloric intake of those animals. Another one is, and you don't think of this, but if you have a lot of crop ground, you can use a confinement operation while those crops are in the ground, and then when you harvest, you can use the crop residues or you can use cover crops to put those cows out. And so places that are heavy in crop production and not a lot of pasture, this is something that can actually help you develop some of these new enterprises to use cover crops and use some of the different crop residues. Some of the reasons why you shouldn't consider the expense. These buildings are not cheap, and as you can understand, a big cow with a calf indoors needs more space than if you're looking at market hogs or if you're looking at even a finished steer on 40 square foot. You're going to be looking at 50 to 100 square foot of space within these buildings. Time. This takes more time and management. You can't just leave them out on the pasture. We have to feed them. We have to walk them. We have to make sure water tanks. We have to clean pens, different things to that. And so that leads to more detail on the ground with more intensive management. Records cleanliness, and being organized to make sure you get through your day. So when we start to think about different types of operations that are out there, there are basically two types that I see. It's continuous versus partial confinement. And the continuous is these animals are going into a confinement operation and they're not coming out. They're going to be in a dry lot, they're going to be in a hoop building, they're going to be in a monoslope, and we don't have anywhere to take them afterward. Partial confinement is defined as we're going to have these cows in the dry lot or in this monoslope, and then we'll rotate them in and out versus calving period, or we'll use it to more utilize those crop residues. We'll have them indoors part of the year, and we'll take them out onto the crop residues the other. Generally speaking, these confinement operations are all in, all out. If we start to introduce new animals, we start to introduce disease. You don't want to be bringing animals into a dirty environment to calve. And so for a lot of the different things, we're going to have all in, all out. We'll have a seasonal flow to take advantage of the crop residues, but something new, something that's picking up in popularity. More after these messages.
Innovative low-stress cattle handling equipment is key to efficiency and safety. At Daniels Manufacturing Company, we design systems using the best materials. We work with top producers from all over the world who use Daniels products on their operations. We concentrate on quality, prioritizing the safety of the animals and their handlers. Each product is carefully crafted and inspected to ensure your system will last for many years. Whether your operation is small or large, Daniels Manufacturing Company can design a facility to meet your needs. Visit us online or call to see how we can improve your cattle handling facility.
Nasalgen 3 is a new 3-way intranasal BRD vaccine that offers young calves unrivaled protection against devastating respiratory diseases, including IBR, BRSV, and PI3. And it has a unique blue shadow, so there's no second guessing which animals have been vaccinated. To up your protection, choose new Nasalgen 3 PMH, the first and only 5-way intranasal vaccine on the market. Talk to your veterinarian and visit nasalgen.com to learn more.
Producers know stress costs money. It puts their cattle at greater risk of illness and can be a substantial drain on animal performance. That's why Zinpro developed ProFusion Drench for beef cattle. Formulated with Zinpro's patented trace mineral technology, ProFusion Drench is a no-script, no-needle performance supplement proven to rapidly replenish essential nutrients lost during times of stress. For optimal results, use ProFusion Drench with Zinpro Performance Minerals in feed as part of a complete nutrition program. To learn more, go to zinpro.com. ValleyVet.com is your one-stop shop for your every animal need, from prescription meds, vaccines, equipment, and more for the ranch to the show ring. Shop ValleyVet.com for fast shipping and great prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. I'm Dr. Dan Thomson, and I'm a professor at Iowa State University in the Department of Animal Science, and I'm also an owner and manager of a veterinary practice called Production Animal Consultation. Today, we're in supporting my family here, Bickle Farms down in Clearfield, Iowa, and Uncle Dale, Aunt Marla, Brian, Vince, Brenda, my cousins, their kids farm and have been a big part of my life, and so they gave me a sweatshirt, and I sure enjoy wearing it. You know, there are different types, as we're talking about cow-calf operations, and we're talking about bringing them into confinement, and there are different types of barns and facilities. The first one is a hoop barn, and that's probably the one that we see the most of, you know, besides an outdoor lot that we'll bring cows into. And you got to have some pretty good weather and a good climate to be able to do a dry lot outdoors without a roof because of mud, because of heat stress, because of cold stress and things of that nature. So a lot of times we're going to see a hoop barn, and then the other type of barn is a monoslope, where we'll open it to the south side, the higher part of the roof will open to the south, and that will have a ventilation, have a curtain on the north side, and it's monoslope. It's those animals are in one area, but good ventilation in both a hoop or a monoslope. Another thing that we usually have is deep pack, and when we say deep pack, that means we're going to bed these cows with corn stalks or something that's going to provide a deep pack that when they lay down, they have a bed pack to lay in. Not a lot of these confinement cow-calf operations, if any, that I've seen are on slats. Little calves don't mix well with slats. So usually it's deep pack, and it's either monoslope or it's a hoop barn. Look on the web and you'll see many different types. Things that are important with these facilities: stocking density. We don't want it to be too tight. And then with bunk space with cows, you're going to need at least 2 foot of bunk space per cow, because we want all the cows to be able to get up there and eat, because you're going to limit feed with this TMR, because you're going to manage to a consistent body condition score. The other thing is you want to be able to set up something with creep gates so that calves have a resting area or a loafing area that's clean. The cows a lot of times will have a muddier area, and it's no different than having cows in a mud lot. They will tear apart a dirt lot in mud, and they'll do the same thing with deep pack. You want to have a place where these calves can go in through a creep gate with nice clean straw, and they have a place to lay down. Trust me, they'll go in, the calves will go in there and lay down, the cows will sit there and look at them, the calves will come back out and they'll suckle and they'll go back to their resting area and different things of that nature. It really works quite well. Some of the things to think about too is, as we see more and more, is the type of animal you're going to put in there. The type of cow that's going to go into confinement, you're going to have to worry about the frame size and the size of that animal, being able to, with your stocking density. You want to have proper structure, leg structure on these animals. When we start to put them on concrete or start to put them in confinement, the heavier the cow, the more important the structure is, because they'll start to break down in knees and in stifles and in fetlocks and things like that. And then the last one for you and your own good is the docility of that cow. And we're seeing this in every species, okay? If we're gonna have group housing of sows, there are some lines, genetic lines, that are docile enough to cohabitate without gestation crates and not fight all the time. There are chickens in open air aviaries that are able to have the right docility and the genetic line. And cows, we all know that there are some cows that are made for confinement in closed quarters, and we have some cows that just aren't. So glad you joined us. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching DocTalk.
Time is money on the farm, and your cows are less productive when they're stressed. The Alertus on-farm test from IDEX allows you to quickly test cow side and identify open or pregnant cows within minutes on your schedule in the parlor, barn, or chute. It's more efficient for your farm, very simple to use, and puts you in control. With minimal training and reliable, fast results, sample-based pregnancy testing is better for beef and dairy producers. Learn more at idex.com/DocTalk.
Innovative low-stress cattle handling equipment is key to efficiency and safety. At Daniels Manufacturing Company, we design systems using the best materials. We work with top producers from all over the world who use Daniels products on their operations. We concentrate on quality, prioritizing the safety of the animals and their handlers. Each product is carefully crafted and inspected to ensure your system will last for many years. Whether your operation is small or large, Daniels Manufacturing Company can design a facility to meet your needs. Visit us online or call to see how we can improve your cattle handling facility.
Dr. Nels here, folks. We're super excited about this book on hiring. Have you made a bad hire? Have you hired someone you wish you wouldn't have? Are you looking to hire? It's a great short read on helping you in the hiring process. You can find it on Amazon, Kindle, Audible, or find it at drnels.com. Check it out there. We'd love to see you there.
ValleyVet.com is your one-stop shop for your every animal need. From prescription meds, vaccines, equipment, and more for the ranch to the show ring. Shop ValleyVet.com for fast shipping and great prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. I'm Dr. Dan Thomson, and we're here at Ames, Iowa, where I serve as a professor of animal science. I also am an owner-operator of a veterinary practice called Production Animal Consultation, and we consult cattle. Our veterinarians do all across the United States. And so it's fun to be able to do this show and to spend time with you. I really appreciate the emails, the Facebook posts. I'm not a real big Facebooker, but people tell me when they're on there and they send them to me. And then some of the things that the handwritten letters. Just appreciate y'all. So there's a study done at the University of Illinois that was recently published, and they took, for 2 years, they put some Simmental, Angus Simmental cross cows in confinement versus out on pasture. And they stratified them by body weight, body condition score. Dan Scheich was the faculty member in charge of this paper that was published in the Journal of Animal Science, and you can find it there. So half of them went on dry lot, half of them went into pastures. The ones in dry lot had 13.4 square meters of space. 5.9 meters of it was under a shed, so it was a shed with an open lot. They had about 2 foot of bunk space per cow. Okay, the dry lot cows were limit fed to maintenance, so not to get fat, not to get thin. We kept them right at a maintenance. And the calves in the dry lot had access to creep feed, which was the same as the ration that was given to the cows. The cows out on pasture were rotationally grazed. Their calves had free choice creep feed as well, and the cows had free choice mineral. At the end of the day, when they weaned these animals, they were all weaned at the same time. The calves then they were fence line weaned on the pasture. Same with the calves that were in the dry lot. And then both groups were taken to a feeding facility at the University of Illinois to be fed. At the end of the day, the conclusions in dry lot versus pasture, the advantages were cows maintained their body weight more and had a better body condition score when they were dry lotted because of the constant nutrition. They improved the cow's milk production, which makes sense, right? That we can dial up the nutrition or maintain the nutrition to improve milk production versus in foraging and things of that nature. Cows in the dry lot had bigger calves at weaning. There was no impact on reproduction. Both groups bred back the same, whether they were dry lot or out on pasture, and there was just more predictable cow performance when they had them in the dry lot. Now, at the end of the day, what was the negative? They really didn't go into the economics on this, but it is more expensive to have cows in the dry lot. Maybe not so much if you're looking at the upfront cost of land, but it's definitely more management, more time, and things to that nature. But at the end of the day, as far as performance or health, the bigger issue they had in cows in the confinement was they had more lameness, specifically more foot rot and more hairy heel wart, which is something else that we see in animals today in cattle feeding facilities that are in deep bed barns or in confinement operations, that we will see more hairy heel wart, digital dermatitis, and more foot rot. So same repro, better cow condition, bigger calves, better milk production, but we did see more lameness in the study that was published in the Journal of Animal Science. Just great work by Dan Scheich and his group over at the University of Illinois. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the health parameters you need to look out for in a confinement cow-calf operation. So glad you joined us. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching DocTalk.
Innovative low-stress cattle handling equipment is key to efficiency and safety. At Daniels Manufacturing Company, we design systems using the best materials. We work with top producers from all over the world who use Daniels products on their operations. We concentrate on quality, prioritizing the safety of the animals and their handlers. Each product is carefully crafted and inspected to ensure your system will last for many years. Whether your operation is small or large, Daniels Manufacturing Company can design a facility to meet your needs. Visit us online or call to see how we can improve your cattle handling facility.
Time is money on the farm, and your cows are less productive when they're stressed. The Alertus on-farm test from IDEXX allows you to quickly test cowside and identify open or pregnant cows within minutes on your schedule in the parlor, barn, or chute. It's more efficient for your farm, very simple to use, and puts you in control. With minimal training and reliable, fast results, sample-based pregnancy testing is better for beef and dairy producers. Learn more at idexx.com/DocTalk.
ValleyVet.com is your one-stop shop for your every animal need, from prescription meds, vaccines, equipment, and more for the ranch to the show ring. Shop ValleyVet.com for fast shipping and great prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. I'm Dr. Dan Thomson. Thanks for joining me today. And We're talking about cow-calf, confinement cow-calf operations, and it's something that we are seeing more and more pop up to help take advantage of crop residues in places where there's generally not been cows, or if people lose leases or we're pulling these animals in for more consistent, some of these specialty things of managing larger groups of recip cows. We're seeing this more and more, maybe some heifer development, things to that nature as well. But some of the general things that you need to understand about health and confinement is that when we have these animals in closer proximity, it's no different than if we have the flu or a cold bug going around in people. If we put you inside a room and we bring you closer together, we're going to have better biosecurity and different types of measurements to prevent disease being transmitted from animal to animal because they're in closer proximity. The number one thing for calf health, whether they're out on pasture or whether they're in a confinement, is colostrum. And making sure that we have cows prepped and vaccinated appropriately. They make that colostrum in it's last month before of gestation, but really the last 2 weeks. When we see those cows starting to bag up, that's when they're making that colostrum. And having whether it's some sort of vaccination in those cows to prevent rota, corona, E. coli, different types of scours is important so that when those calves get up, we want to make sure that they suckle. We want to make sure they get colostrum. If they don't get colostrum within the first 6 to 12 hours, we've got to get in there, either milk the cow and give them the colostrum, or we've got to use a colostral replacement. Another thing in confinement is ventilation. A stale barn or a barn that does not have good air movement is not a friend to cows. And cows want air movement. They want to stay cool, and they need to be ventilated. And the steam that they can create and the heat that they can create in these barns, the best thing for these is not the cover during the winter as much as it is keeping animals cool in the summer. And these ventilated barns, or these monoslope and hoop barns, will be 20 to 25 degrees cooler because of the shade and the air speed. So ventilation is not only important for respiratory disease, but it's also important for scours, keeping things dry and places for cattle to lay down. And the last one is pen conditions, environment. It takes a lot of maintenance, it takes a lot of bedding, so don't be gulping when you get your bedding bill, because you need to clean these pens out routinely. You can add bedding to it for a while, but there's nothing that replaces, especially if you get hairy heel wart or you get a foot rot deal going on in there. We want to get in, we want to get those cleaned out, we want to lime the pens, and we want to move them. Scours are something, the number one thing for prevention of scours, in my opinion, is colostrum. Having a good place for those animals, a clean place for those animals to lay down. We keep udders clean, we keep calves clean, good place for them to rest. Respiratory disease issues, again, we've gone through this: colostrum, ventilation, vaccination, clean pens. And then the last one is our lameness. And I want to talk a little bit about lameness and foot rot. The number one cause of infectious lameness disease in cattle inside is foot rot and digital dermatitis. We want to make sure that we do things such as keeping clean pens. We want to make sure that we have proper trace mineral supplementation in the herd and things of that nature to prevent hairy heel wart. If we get hairy heel wart / foot rot outbreak, number one thing you got to do is pick the foot up and identify it, because you don't want to treat for one or the other when that's not the problem. Work with your veterinarian on treatments, but if we have a pen outbreak, most of the time we're going to walk those animals through a foot bath of formaldehyde or copper sulfate, and we're going to treat the individual cases with some sort of tetracycline salve on those hairy heel wart lesions, or we're going to use some sort of product like Heel Max or Heel Sol or something to that. Thanks for watching DocTalk. Lots of information today. I love talking about cattle. I love talking about veterinary medicine. I'm very thankful that y'all watch DocTalk. Remember, always work with your local veterinarian, and if you want to know more about what we do here on DocTalk, you can find us on the web at www.doctalktv.com. I'm Dr. Dan Thomson here in Ames, Iowa, and I'll see you down the road.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Profusion Drench for beef cattle, a no prescription, no needle supplement. To learn more, go to zenpro.com. DocTalk is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. By integrating the comprehensive animal health product portfolio of Merck Animal Health with the innovative technologies of All-Flex Livestock Intelligence, we are shaping the future of animal health, resulting in more effective solutions and healthier animals.
At Merck Animal Health, we wake up each day seeking new innovations to keep your herd healthy. This is why we're proud to now include All-Flex Livestock Intelligence in our portfolio of solutions. With All-Flex, we can provide the tools to identify, monitor, and trace each animal within a herd. Its state-of-the-art offerings deliver real-time insights to help you optimize productivity. Merck Animal Health and All-Flex Livestock Intelligence for our animals, our industry, and our future.
ValleyVet.com is your one-stop shop for your every animal need, from prescription meds, vaccines, equipment, and more for the ranch to the show ring. Shop ValleyVet.com for fast shipping and great prices.
Valley Vet Supply.